Hey everyone, Kyle once again, and welcome back to part 2 of answering my yearly Q&A of this year of 2023. So, no wasting no time, let's get right down to more of the questions. Next one is LBT Electric Dino Online. So he has 6 questions for me. It says, a nice video, and I got 6 questions for you. Well, nice video, thank you. Number 1, have you seen the Mighty Morphin Power Rangers Once and Always for its 30th anniversary of Power Rangers? And if what you had, what are your thoughts on it? Yes, I did see it on Netflix. I really enjoyed it. Great to see a lot of the original cast members come back, like Walter Jones, Zach, and even though, because yes, that Jason David Frank is sadly passed away, though, so they couldn't be there. But I really enjoyed the 30th anniversary of Power Rangers, once and always. Number 2, have you seen the Power Rangers series, Power Rangers Dino Thunder, because Jason David Frank was in Dino Thunder, being Black Dino Thunder Ranger? I have not watched it because I don't care for any of the new Power Rangers TV shows. Yeah, I know Jason David Frank appeared in some of them later on, but I was never into the Dino Thunder or among like 20 other different titles they come up with. So like Samurai or whatever. Never was. I just stick to the original Power Rangers for me. Number 2, are you excited for the new movie called Legend of the White Dragon, featuring Jason David Frank? May I watch this for the sake of, since it's the last thing that he'll do before he passed away, sadly. May I watch it for that. I know my brother, he's a fan of Jason David Frank, so I'm sure he'll probably like to watch that too. Question 4, what are your favorite dinosaur designs in media, especially in the movies and television on dinosaurs? Favorite dinosaur designs? Well, first of all, my favorite dinosaur design will be of how the T-Rex looked in the original Jurassic Park. Or another was a cool dinosaur design was in Jurassic World: Fallen Kingdom, the Indoraptor. I thought the Indoraptor was a cool looking dinosaur design wise. I mean, mostly just better than how it was the white albino Indominus Rex. The Indoraptor I liked because it was like more, it was basically all black and with a yellow stripe, trying to be like blue, right? But I liked how the way the design of the Indoraptor looked. That was much more a cool looking design, and that was more of a badass dinosaur than the Indominus Rex, where it only used camouflage only one time, but it can only can't do that for the rest of the movie. But yeah. The little changes, even with the original T-Rex, is still that the live survived throughout this whole franchise, because with the scars from the first movie and stuff. But basically, the Indoraptor was basically a really cool looking design. So number 5, remember the 2012 Disney movie Wreck-It Ralph and 2007's Meet the Robinsons? Yes. How can I not forget Wreck-It Ralph? Because I like the first Wreck-It Ralph movie. I've still not yet seen the second one, where Ralph breaks the internet. I don't know why. And yes, I do remember Meet the Robinsons from 2007. It was long ago. I haven't seen it since, so I do remember Meet the Robinsons. And then number 6 is, are you going to review the 2013's Walking with Dinosaurs movie for the 30th anniversary? I'll consider it, because I remember it was a long time ago when I was just first starting out in 2013, 10 years ago. I think I said I did a brief movie review because I did get out of the theater seeing it back then, but not a full-on review of it, so maybe I'll consider doing a full-on review of Walking with Dinosaurs in 3D. But, LBT Electric Dino Online, thank you for the questions anyway. Thank you for those. Goosebumps X Files fan 9639. Your first question is, do you like the 90s cartoons Dexter's Laboratory, Johnny Bravo, and Ed, and Eddie? Well, I would still say, where is it? One second over there. 1 second here. It's at the bottom here. Shit. Sorry. Dropping everything here. There. Because I wanted to show. That, yeah, first of all, which I have right here, I really enjoy Ed, Ed, and Eddie a lot growing up. Me and my brother loved watching Ed, Ed, and Eddie. So, 90s, yes, obviously, the 90s cartoon shows, yeah, what comes to this, like Ed, Ed, and Eddie, I really do enjoy. As for the rest of them, I remember Johnny Bravo acting all manly, you know. And always trying to get the ladies, but they're always beating the crap out of him, you know. But with him with his glasses and his blonde hairdo, always trying to act all manly. And Dexter's Laboratory, yes, I do remember Dexter's Laboratory, long time ago. But out of the three, though, I enjoyed Ed, Ed, and Eddie the most. Number 2, do you like the Toy Story movies? Yes, I do like the Toy Story movies. I do. The Toy Story 4, to me, that was the last good Disney Pixar movie I liked. That was in 2019. But that to me, that was the last good Pixar film I liked. I do like number 3. Number 2 I liked, and I do like the first one, the very first Disney Pixar film. So overall, yes, I do like the Toy Story movies. Number 3, what video game consoles do you own? Well, I do have an old Sega Saturn game, the Sega Saturn console. That's what how me and my brother played Battle Monsters on. Yep, the good old Sega Saturn. And I still have my old PlayStation 2 game as well. I still have my old PlayStation 2 console. Keep saying game, but it's console. That's what the console I mostly play on now. So I still like my old PlayStation 2 console. Moving on, number 4. Have you seen the horrendous, awful 1972 John Waters film Pink Flamingos? No, I haven't. Number 5. Opinion on Shrek 5 being made and the other 4 movies. I like the first Shrek film. I do like Shrek 2. 3 and 4, not so much, though, but 5... I don't think you need another Shrek film. I mean, we had 2 spin-offs with the Puss in Boots movie. The first one and then the one from last year, The Last Wish. So I think it's enough now. I think I'll make another 3rd Shrek movie. I don't think so. But, yeah, I think it's a series that needs to be done, though, honestly. Number 6, do you think the Scream movies has run its course? Yes, they have. Shows you can't do nothing new with Scream. Oh, the last one that came out this year. Oh, it's in New York. Okay, change the setting. It's a change of setting. Big deal. Still couldn't do anything more with Ghostface. Like all the rest of these other horror film franchises, what more can you do with that iconic horror villain, right? So yeah, the Scream movies have run its course. Yes. Number 7. What is your favorite James Bond actor and least favorite? I've said it a lot of times. I've said it. Sean Connery will always be the best. Will always be James Bond, the one and only James Bond. Me and my dad are in the same boat. Sean Connery has always been the best James Bond, no question about it. Least favorite. Maybe I'll probably say Roger Moore, probably because, I mean, Timothy Dalton was a decent James Bond. I like Timothy Dalton quite a bit. Pierce Brosnan I like. Daniel Craig I like. You know, I could try to not be fair. Maybe I'll put Daniel Craig because it's more, I don't know. It's either Daniel Craig or Roger Moore. Because I would wish that Timothy Dalton would have got more roles as James Bond. But, it's easily the best is Sean Connery, hands down. That was no question about it. But the least favorite, I'd say either Daniel Craig or Roger Moore. Like, even my dad, he was not that big on Roger Moore either. I think he would prefer Timothy Dalton too. But anyway, now your last question is opinion on Crash Bandicoot movie being made, and yeah, what are my thoughts on that on a movie being made on Crash Bandicoot? I mean, probably because of the success of the Sonic movies, they've been successful and made a lot of money. So Crash Bandicoot, I mean, I know the character of Crash Bandicoot, but I never played the game though, so I can't really say, oh, it's a good thing to see a Crash Bandicoot movie. I can't honestly can't really say about that. But anyway, Goosebumps X-Files fan 9639. Thank you for those questions anyway. Next, DJ Donnelly. Hey, nice to hear you again. Yeah, 5 questions for me today. What are your thoughts on the Critters franchise? Overall, well, what was first of all, I hate the series. Critters, a new binge. I definitely don't like that series. But I do like the first Critters, the second one, third and fourth ones I don't mind. You know, a little campy fun. The other one, the newer one, that was called Critters Attack. Yeah. That's what I think about it. But I definitely did not like the new binge, the next binge or whatever it was called, the title from Netflix. I didn't care for that show. The first 4 overall, I could say I like. So maybe say I like overall. Well, most of the Critters franchise, I could say I like. Next, number 2. If you could make a movie-based theme park, what type of things would you like to have? Well, if it's a movie-based theme park, I like to have a theme park that's in sections. You know, there's the comedic section of the theme park, and there's the horror, the science fiction, even drama as well. I would probably make a theme park with rides and stuff like that. There are each in its own section of the genre with its own theme. You know, that's probably I would build it. Especially I like the horror film section, or especially the horror section. So that's probably how I would build my movie-based theme park. Number 3, swap directing jobs, John Carpenter and Wes Craven. Like swapping directing jobs, like how Wes Craven and John Carpenter, how they sweep their directing styles. I don't see how, because they have their own certain special design of the movies. So I don't see how they can swap directing jobs on that. Between John Carpenter and Wes Craven. Excuse me. But I'm not too sure. Because each they have their own style, and it's hard to break from that cycle, you know. But anyway, number 4. If you could make a sequel to Godzilla 1998, what would you do? Well, after the ending with the egg hatch... If I make a sequel to 1998, well, probably just took the idea from the, well, not the whole entire series of the animated series from that franchise though, but at least have Matthew Broderick come back, because I didn't really care for the design looks that they did for the characters in the series. They don't look nothing like them at all. But I would have Matthew Broderick come back and have that Godzilla be like the father figure to him, you know, like how in the series though. But this time I would probably add like that baby Godzilla grow up, and Matthew Broderick will listen be the father, right? But then having like monsters like Gigan, because for the live action movies, like the recent ones we got, we need to put some new ones in. Like I would put Gigan in there, or Megalodon, or Megalon, not Megalodon, Megalon, the giant insect one, and maybe someone have invent Jet Jaguar and having that Jet Jaguar partner up with that Godzilla there, and have them fight them, just like how basically. So I say Gigan and Megalon. That's basically from the movie, because Gigan it gets partnered up with Megalon. So, as long as I make it good, and maybe when people don't like it though, but have Matthew Broderick come back and have a Jean Reno come back, you know. So that's probably a lot of times I would put that best point I could probably put as a sequel for that movie as a sequel. Then your last one is, what are your thoughts on the Lost Media Wiki? As in Wikipedia? Well, Lost Media probably, because a lot of times we look stuff up, sometimes they're not 100% correct, so probably is a lost media. That's what I think about it, on Wikipedia. They're not always 100% right, though. So, DJ Donnelly, thank you for those questions. Sorry about that cut there. I just went to refill, get some more milk, So let's see here. But I was a DJ Donnelly. Thank you for those questions. Moving down. Who's next? Okay. Once again, Wolf Freeland Fallout Kid. Nice to hear from you again. 4 questions for me today. What if they make a Jeffrey D. Morgan versus Steven Seagal movie? Yeah. Well, first of all, if they ever did, it would be one-sided. Probably have Steven Seagal win. Yeah, even though Jeffrey D. Morgan would easily kick Steven Seagal's fat ass. Or are you still being harsh? Yes, I am. Okay, because if he doesn't give a shit about anybody, why should I? Okay. As much as he doesn't give a I see him. Looks like he doesn't give a shit when he's starring in those horrible direct-to-video movies. He looks like he doesn't want to be there. He doesn't give a shit. So but still, it has to be one-sided because Steven Seagal, he's invincible. He's invincible. But if I were to put it, I would have Jeffrey D. Morgan. If he was like Negan, take that Lucille and that just bash Steven Seagal's brains in. No, don't hit him in the stomach, because Lucille will probably bounce off his fat stomach. But if they would make it, it would probably be one-sided Steven Seagal win. But yeah, but also like Jeffrey D. Morgan, whether he's Negan or playing other characters, whatever, he would still kick Steven Seagal's ass. But that's the first question. Second question is, do you like Super Smash Bros? I would never say I hate the games. I just never played it, so I can't really say I don't hate the games or like it. I just can never get into playing Super Smash Brothers. I just couldn't. Number 3, what would you do if you get 20k subscribers? If I were to reach 20k subscribers, if it doesn't take me another 10 years though. Well, I'm sorry, I'm not 50k. I was thought that was 10 years. If I were to reach 20k subscribers, not exactly sure. I'll probably celebrate something big on that. I would probably throw a party for myself. But 20k subscribers, yeah, probably just say, hey, I'll throw a party for myself. Cheers to myself. And I would just give all my thanks to you guys, because you're the guys who made it possible for me to reach 15k. So yeah, that's your third question, and your last one is, what's your opinion on The Walking Dead: Dead City, which I know you're not obsessed with the TV show. Yeah, I know Jeffrey D. Morgan comes back along with Laura Cohen, who plays Maggie. Thing is, though, I think it's time for this franchise to end. I mean, they ended the long-running original series, then you got Fear of the Walking Dead. That's the finale season that came out this year. Then you got World Beyond, which that didn't get much good reviews. And then you have this show, and then they're doing a spin-off with Daryl, with Norman Reedus, his solo series. I think this Walking Dead series has now overstayed its welcome. I think it needs to stop now. Because I think people are not gonna find the same thing as watching the original series, you know. So overall, yeah, I think this Walking Dead Dead City, I think it's this, along with the rest of like other movie franchises, I think they need to stop now. I know it's a popular it's a popular franchise though, but I mean, what more could you do? Add more plot twists and keeping the original characters until they die off, you know. But anyway, but that's your question. I hope you answered your question for that. So, but Wolf Freeland, Fallout Kid, thank you for those questions. Anyway. Okay, then we got one of my regulars, Jason Grady, Peach Steger 6179. Hey, how you doing? Good to hear from you. Well, you made your questions pretty much like paragraphs, and you have a lot of, like I said before, I didn't want to have too many questions, like 5-6 minimum, not 10 or 11 though. But plus you made them like into paragraphs. Take long for me to read. To shorten this for you. But he said, "Hey man, I still love your videos. Thank you very much. Thank you for the compliments." So your first question is, I want to go back to what I said about the young Obi-Wan Kenobi and Wanda. Do you picture them as a couple? Because don't get me wrong, I love Paul Bettany and Paul Bettany, not Bentley, Bettany, and Elizabeth Olsen's chemistry in the vision of Wanda in a crossover universe where Obi-Wan Kenobi, Ewan McGregor, and Elizabeth Olsen's Wanda Maximoff, Scarlet Witch, develop a relationship. Picture that. Well, considering that Obi-Wan, considers to be the best Jedi though, but with Scarlet Witch, after she became unlikable, since she held a whole town hostage just to suit her own selfish fantasy, to live in her own fantasy world, and then tries to kidnap her other version of himself to become like her version, and kills off the Illuminati, including Charles Xavier. I would have pictured her as a couple. I would have pictured her as a couple because for this Wanda we see, all she cares about being with her boys, her 2 sons. That's all she cares about. And so I can't really picture them as a couple because Scarlet Witch would probably just end up using her powers and just turn him into string cheese spaghetti like Mr. Fantastic in the Multiverse of Madness. So I don't picture that. Number 2, do you also picture Peter Quill, Star-Lord, with Elsa from Frozen? Do I picture Star-Lord and Elsa from Frozen? Probably picture them as a much better couple than having Scarlet Witch as a couple along with Obi-Wan Kenobi. But as I vision it, maybe. I would give it a maybe. Number 3, have you seen my comments in your videos on your review of Mission to Mars? Your rant on more Star Wars movies and the mega rant for The Flash, because the only 2 good things, I don't want to say kids, the only 2 good things in that movie is Michael Keaton's Batman and Sasha Cale's Supergirl. Yes, I do. Yes, I do see your comments, man. I do see your comments, and because it shows how much you hate. If you like the movie or no, so it's fine or no, but I don't hold no ill will to anyone who likes it. I'm not here to change your opinions. I can only support my opinion. But I do have senior comments though. Fuck the Flash movie. You know, it's wasted Michael Keaton. Sasha Cale as Supergirl, she did the best she could. She did the best she could. But yeah, I have seen your comments on those videos. Number 4, the recent Sam was given the shield by Steve Rogers because remember in the first Avenger movie where the Doctor said that Steve was a good man, and I think Steve sees the same thing in him as a good man and deserves the shield. What do you think of that? Well, first of all, when I saw Avengers Endgame, when Steve gave Sam the shield, I'm like, did he really deserve the shield? I know he's been his partner, one of his partners for a long time though, but did he really deserve the shield? I know he's been his partner for quite some time, but I don't think did he really deserve the shield though. But because he did, what did he do much to really earn that shield from Captain America? I didn't see really any valid things for him to earn that shield. But I could be wrong though. If you come up with any of the valid reason points why he deserves the shield, just feel free to let me know in the comments. Number 5, I hope you'll do a mega rant on the Winnie the Pooh Blood and Honey movie because I hate it. What they did to Winnie the Pooh is my childhood icon. I'll stick to the classic Winnie the Pooh, etc., etc. Yeah. I'll eventually, if I do see it, it'll probably be a rant though. But I think it'll ruin my. I love Winnie the Pooh. Do you think this movie ruins my childhood of watching Winnie the Pooh? No, it doesn't because it's a completely different adaptation. So nothing affiliated with the series. So no, it doesn't affect me at all. But I will do a rant on it if I do watch it. Number 6, have you seen the Mission Impossible Dead Reckoning Part 1? I want to review the 6 films. No, I've not seen Dead Reckoning Part 1. But I do like most of the Mission Impossible movies. The first one, the third one. Then the fourth one I don't care. Well, the fourth one I think is the worst. Ghost Protocol. I think the fourth one is the worst one. But I do like the 5 and 6, Rogue Nation, and number 6, the sixth one, Fallout. To me, that's Henry Cavill's one of his best performances. Sorry, I do think it's his much better performance in the Superman roles in the DCEU universe. Sorry to say, people can hate me for all they want. So I would say I like that. Yeah. But I do like Rogue Nation. I do like Fallout. I do, though. 3 and the first one. Number 7, I am still pumped about seeing the Batman 2. If they do with Mr. Freeze, hopefully we'll get Michael Fassbender to play him. If they do picture him as a tragic figure, they'll save his wife from disease. Hopefully get more upgrades from Batman's arsenal and gadgets. I'll probably look forward to it because I really did enjoy the Batman from last year. It is my favorite of 2022. I really enjoyed it from the atmospheric look of the movie, how Gotham looks. I think Robert Pattinson did a really good job as Batman. Same with Paul Dano, who played the Riddler, inspiration from the Zodiac Killer. So hopefully Mr. Freeze will be able to bring him in. Who knows? But I do kind of look forward to the second Batman movie. Number 7. I hope you'll review Mass Effect Paragon Lost. Paragon Lost. Oh, and it's your birthday to be 27. Well, happy birthday to you, man. I can't review Mass Effect because I haven't really played it or reviewed the movie, so I can't really say on that one. But regardless, happy birthday to you. Number 9. I'm really glad the live-action Powerpuff Girls movie CW show was canceled. I'll stick to the classic Powerpuff Girls cartoon series. What do you think of that? It'll probably look silly, probably. Which I would say probably it is for the best. Why they canceled it for good reason. So I'm really glad on that. Live-action Powerpuff Girls, though, probably the CW channel, that probably looks silly, you know. So yeah, if that was the case, I'm glad they got canceled a live action, which I didn't even know about until you brought it up in the comments. So number 10, I still can't wait for more John Wick come back and might be not dead because it's been confirmed that we're going to get a 5th John Wick film, as well as a spin-off Ballerina. Yeah, I know of the spin-off Ballerina. I know he's going to be in that, Keanu Reeves. But John Wick 5, what is he going to become a zombie and jump out of the grave? Oh, is he dead or is he not dead? You decide. And then the last one, way back when you reviewed Sonic, I mentioned that the guy who played Randall, I thought he did the voice of Miles Morales in the 2 Spider-Man films. I made a whoopsie. I do picture him playing Jefferson Davis in the MCU. Can you picture that? No, I cannot, honestly. I honestly cannot picture that, though. Referred to Miles Morales from the Into the Spider-Verse movies. But I can't picture that, though. Sorry about that one. But anyway, thank you for answering my questions. You ended with say, thanks for my answers. You rock. Well, thank you very much. Of course, I always rock. But thank you for those questions, Jason Grady. And now we'll finally move on to the last set of questions here now. This didn't take that long as I thought it would be. So, save the last one. Kevin Street Gaming. So yeah, Kevin Street Gaming. Hey, it's good to hear from you again. Saying congratulations on all your recent milestones. Thank you very much. And your first question is, how do you even start your Steven Seagal rant review series? I feel like those reviews begun on a good note, but after you got into the direct-to-video movies, they all went downhill. Those have been some of your funniest videos, in my opinion. Well, first of all, how they were funny, I made it intentionally funny because I thought it'd be fun to do more rants and just all do those other antics, so. But, overall, yeah. I think some of the those rants I did on those direct-to-video movies, what I'm still going on for, I think there are some of the funniest ones I've done in a while. Then your second question is, what are some of your favorite English dub voices in anime? Top 10. Well, that's another good one. Oh, well, first of all, Monica Rial. I thought I would put her on top of there. Who voiced in Aizawa, Misaki Aizawa in Maid Sama, and she's voiced among many other TV shows. I enjoyed her voice as well, along with other ones like Austin Tyndall or David Montrega, Alexis Tipton, Morgan Berry, even Richard Ian Cox as Inuyasha, David Kay, Jamie Marsden, who originally voiced Rhys Grimmery. But so there's this whole lot. Those are like I made like 8 of them, I think. Monica Story, that's her name. Who voiced Kagome from Inuyasha, I enjoyed. Blake Shepard, who voiced Soma from Food Wars. Adam Gibbs from Parasite, I enjoyed. A lot of voice actors I've enjoyed throughout the watching anime. So, I think I named 10 right there. I think. So yeah, then number 3, are you playing any video games right now? If not, what is the last video game you played? No, I am not. I haven't played. I have not played video games right now. In fact, I haven't touched a video game in quite a long time because I just don't have time to play video games anymore. I work. I work full time, and when I get home, I'm just too tired to play video games. I just watch TV and I go to bed. That's it. So I have not played a video game in a long, long time. But the last game I did play though was Yu-Gi-Oh! Capsule Monsters Coliseum. That is one of my favorite video games. It's a great time waster, but because I played it a million times. So that was like the last game I did play, Yu-Gi-Oh! Capsule Monsters Coliseum. But I have not played a video game in a long time because I just don't have time to play a video game right now. That's because I work full time. That's why. But then your fourth question is: have you watched any of the new Pokemon anime series? Ash has been retired, and as the main protagonist have been entirely cast a new cast of characters. No, I've not seen the new Pokemon TV show. Yes, I do get it. It's totally. I get it's different. That yeah, you don't want because they took up Ash now finally, and they put a new set of characters in. But I have not watched any of the Pokemon TV show recently. No. But I do get what they're trying to do because by not putting Ash in, because Ash has been the character for over the past 20 years in the whole entire running series of Pokemon. Okay, so I totally get why they want to put a new cast of characters. But no, I have not watched any of the new TV series of Pokemon. And then your last one, number 5. Your last question is: can you please review of the latest A24 horror masterpiece, because you put in quotes, masterpiece, Talk to Me, for Halloween month? Knowing your history with A24, that should be a good rant. And you never know, you actually might like it. Well, that's hard for me to not like a horror film that's from A24, because like I said time and time again, how overrated that studio is, especially when it comes to their making such overrated garbage like their horror films. Like I said, Uncut Gems, the best thing I've seen. Everything, Everywhere, All at Once, I enjoyed. I mean, I'm just so fed up with them with the horror films. And I did see the trailer for Talk to Me, and it was silly because there was a silly moment where in the trailer where the one girl in the yellow sweater or pullover, right? Just like go, hi, sitting there all smiling. It just looks silly, you know. It's like it's silly with that girl from that trailer from the Exorcist Believer, you know, staying in the church, right? Also, you get that close up shots of like, I'm like, it just looks silly and laughable, and just her leaning in the chair like this. That's why I was, I'm like, am I supposed to take this movie seriously? Talk to Me with you have something that's silly like run. I'm like, yeah, I'm supposed to be scared by that, right? No. So, by the way, Kevin Street Gaming, thank you for your comments. It's good to hear from you again. And as a shout out to everyone else I did for my for the comments. So yeah. So that concludes this year's Q&A. A lot of good questions I answered. Hopefully I've answered the best I could, you know. Thank you for sending all your comments in, your questions in the comment section. So I really enjoyed I really enjoyed this Q&A again. So, but anyway, but thanks for watching. I hope you enjoyed part 1 and part 2 of this Q&A for this year. And hopefully by next year, I'll hopefully get some more good questions like this one. But thanks for watching, and stay tuned for more. And once again, thank you for submitting your questions to me and for me to answer them to you. For this Q&A, you know. So another successful Q&A. Hope I answered your questions the best I could. Thanks for watching. Stay tuned for more, and we'll see you next time. Later.